Likewise.
Just to back you up real quick. Ecclesiastes 1 and 17. And I gave my heart to know wisdom and to know madness and folly. I perceive that this also is vexation of spirit. For in much wisdom is much grief, and he that increaseth knowledge increases sorrow. So as we increase our knowledge and understanding why we in this position, why we catch hell, you know what I'm saying? We gain knowledge. These guys don't really got knowledge if they talking about have fun in the truth. What type of spirit are you in? You know, Esau about to come down with great wrath, but you niggas is talking about having fun.
This is not something that we should have to teach one another about how to have fun or why we can have fun in this. But more importantly, all the perils that are upon us in prophecy that we're all going to have to go through. There's not a soul on the earth that's meant to go through this. That'll be on the earth going through this. That's going to be like, oh, you know, at least I had that fun. And what it say in Salaki? What it say in Sirach 11? 1 hour of how's it go? You know the one I'm talking about.
Affliction.
1 hour
affliction for 1 hour affliction maketh a man forget
pleasure or something like that. Yeah, exactly. So you're not gonna remember none of the good times you had, man. You're gonna be too in a serious mind state, and then you're gonna I wish I had prepared myself for this already. And this is what we're trying to do with our people. We're trying to make sure they're armed with the right mind state that we have to be in the times that we're coming into.
And in the right spirit. You know, you having fun. Yeah, you know, you always say brothers have fun or whatever, but at the end of the day, we know that we got to go back to this bullshit. We still in captivity. Where's your mind at? Where's your, you know?
Jacob's trouble is still coming along, and still being passed to make our lives very difficult. Y'all got it, though.
Hey, that's what niggas, you know, they like to have fun, man. Niggas always like to have fun. They want to have fun in the wilderness. You know, when they was with Moses, man, they wanted to have fun. You know,
everything's always a joke.
Everything is a joke. Want to have fun.
They just want to prank, motherfuckers,
party, all that shit. But we're in the time. We ain't in the time for all that, man. All right, whatever you put on the internet, on the camera, it better be edifying, man.
That's it.
That's it, man. You know, whatever you do in your personal time, just leave it off the fucking internet, man.
Yeah, for real.
It's being retarded, man. You know? So,
I had a few.
Who's gonna go to Ezekiel?
Okay, Ezekiel 33.
Ezekiel 3, verse 1. Moreover, he said unto me, Son of man, eat that thou findest. Eat this roll, and go speak unto the house of Israel.
Yeah, roll represents the scriptures, man. All right. When you're called into this truth, the Lord has something for you to do, to be a servant, to go out on the highways and byways and prophesy, man. But first, you gotta eat, digest this truth, man. That means you gotta study, man. All right.
You don't want to prematurely go out there. You gotta, you know, the Lord gotta, you know, He gotta sup with you and build you up. And you gotta know what you're talking about when you do go out there. There's a lot of dudes out there that really don't know, you know, what they're speaking, and they just go out there, they get a garment, you know, they figure that, you know, well, they at least know to keep the commandments, and they know a couple scriptures on the Lord being the so-called black man, and the Israelites are, you know, people of color, and then they'll just go out there and start teaching. Then somebody like Vocab rolls up on them and start asking them questions that they, you know, them bubbles, them question mark bubbles start going up. You got to be fully equipped when you come out here, man. Eat the whole roll. Read, you know, digest the understanding of the scriptures.
Scriptures talk about you got to have teachers, man.
Exactly.
That's why you got the apostles and elders, man.
That's it.
Hey, if you don't know something, you got a question or whatever, you got to go up the chain, the hierarchy, man. Didn't I say in Exodus the 3rd chapter that the Lord is a man of war? What does that mean? The Lord is building the military, man.
Yep.
Military, you got to have a hierarchy.
Yep.
All right? A ranking system. Okay?
Continuing. So I opened my mouth and he caused me to eat that roll. And he said unto me, Son of man, cause thy belly to eat, and fill thy bowels with this roll that I give thee. Then did I eat it. Did I eat it, and it was in my mouth as honey for sweetness.
Yeah. Yeah, when you first wake up to the truth, man, hey, man, you are happy, man. It's sweet to you, man. You know? I know I'm an Israelite, and I'm the Most High, you know, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, chosen, you know, nation, you know? You want to go tell everybody, all right? But everybody ain't going to listen to you. That's when that bitter set in. Go ahead.
It says, and he said unto me, Son of man, go, get thee unto the house of Israel, and speak my words unto them.
Yep, the house of Israel. So-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, man.
Okay.
All right? But now you don't have, you know, through process of slavery, the Israelites were scattered amongst all nations. So you're going to have Israelites that's looking like all nations. Therefore, you have to try them, you know, through the scriptures, man, to see if their spirit matches with the Bible, man. All right? That's how you know, man. You got to have the spirit working with you too, man.
For thou art not sent to a people of a strange speech and of an hard language, but to the house of Israel. Not to many people of a strange speech and of an hard language, whose words thou canst not understand. Surely, had I sent thee to them, they would have hearkened unto thee. But the house of Israel will not hearken unto thee, for they will not hearken unto me.
Hey, the Lord already said, man, once I give you this knowledge, hey, you're gonna go out and prophesy to them, but they're not gonna listen to you, man. You know, the Lord already warned you about that, man. You know, the foolishness of preaching, man. All right, the Lord just, you know, He sends His prophets out, you know, to be a spectacle unto the world, man. You know, I mean, the Lord can wake up all of Israel with a snap of His fingers, but the Lord wants to send out His prophets. That's how the Lord set it up, man. You know?
Yeah. And if I may add, like, that's part of the bitterness, is knowing that you got to go out to these hard-headed ass Negroes out here. You know, and you come in and try to speak the message of the Most High to them, knowing the history that they put to death, the men who came with the message of the Most High. You got to deal with these niggas again. They ain't gonna listen. They gonna, you know, whatever it is that they into, that's what they into. You're not gonna be able to move them. You're not gonna be able to persuade them, but you just gotta tell their ass anyway. Some of them might get emotional when they hear that the Most High is gonna kill you if you don't turn back to him. Jake wanna fight you. You know, y'all already know what it is. Dealing with these hard-headed niggas, man. You know? You try to tell them, you know, you try to open up, you know, the doors of mercy, you know, and preaching salvation to them in the kingdom. And Jake, like, the hell with that. What about a Kemet? Or what about some Allah? Well, the Quran says this. You know? What about getting to the bag? I ain't trying to wait for no some sky gods to come down and crack the skies open, and you know.
I don't want to be broken woke.
Yeah, I don't want to be broken woke. Like, this is all the type of shit we got to hear from niggas, and really the Most High is hearing you. So that's kind of that's part of the bitterness. Knowing that Jake is so goddamn far gone, you know, a lot of them ain't gonna really, you know, they're not gonna accept it.
It's a seething process.
Yep.
You know? So the Lord wants to, you know, He's gonna raise up His elect from prophesying. You know? And you know, you have us out here, we're not, you know, we come out here, you know, in sackcloth, you know, which represents a state of mourning, you know, and our people come by and look at us, and you know, they think we're crazy, man. All right? But the Lord, He's testing your integrity, man. He also testing your integrity. All right?
I want to make a quick point about what you said. What the brother read, he said they would not hearken unto you, but they would not hearken unto me. And how did the Lord talk to them? Well, I'm gonna bring this up in Job, chapter 33. I'll start at verse 13. It says, "Why dost thou strive against him? For he will answer thee that the Most High is greater than man." I'm sorry. Why dost thou strive against him? For he giveth not account of any of his matters. For the Most High speaketh once, yea twice, yet man perceiveth not. In a dream and in a vision of the night, when deep sleep falleth upon men, and slumberings upon the bed, then he openeth the ears of men and sealeth their instructions, that he may withdraw man from his purpose and hide pride from man.
What shows you everything is up to the will of the Most High. You know, we're not in control of anything. You know, whether we're gonna receive the truth or whether not. You know, it's a reason. You know, like the brother always brings it out. We can go to Isaiah the 6th chapter. There's an angel that's there to block this truth from entering into certain people. That's Jake, 2/3 of them that still want to they still can't see the truth. They still can't see these prophecies. Well, that's because there's an angel right there blocking them. So the Most High is the one who's in control of it all. You know, that's how you know when you first come in, you in those baby stages, is when you get angry that people just can't get it. Once you become seasoned, then you start to understand it ain't for everybody. So you really start to become more, seasoned, and you begin to understand it.
You mature.
You mature. You become seasoned.
I want to say something that
you're not as agitated as you used to be.
Exactly. I want to say something that really helped me to get over, to grow and be mature in the thought.
Yep.
This is limited seating only.
Done.
So if nobody has a ticket yet, right? So for every nigga that don't get it, not that I don't want you to get it, we still gotta fill up the room or fill up the chairs for those positions. Everybody gets a ticket. But for every nigga that don't get it, I feel like my chances are better of getting one. You know? And so that's what cheers me up and not getting agitated. Now, I'm like, fuck you niggas now, but pretty much, if you ain't meant to get it, hey man, cool. But I still got a chance. You just lessen the percentage of your chances.
Yeah, if an Israelite can't get it, it's like ain't nothing you can do.
Yeah.
That's why you can't really hate the guy at the end of the day.
Right. Right.
Like we talk about these other guys, these false prophets, Nate and UPK, all these other niggas. At the end of the day, you can't really be like, you can't really be hated like, hate them like that, because the Lord didn't wake them up, man.
Exactly.
Proverbs 20 and 24, it says, somebody grab it off the shot real quick. Yeah, because it's important to think of this when you're thinking about how you feel about certain people that are in and just everybody's purpose on the earth. We're not in control of that. You got it.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 20 and verse 24. Man's goings are of the Lord. How can a man then understand his own way?
So you can't be mad. The Lord set him up to not get it.
Yeah.
Or set him up to be a false teacher. Or set him up to catch it at the last minute. Or whatever the case may be when it's his time. Not upon when you told him, but hey, did you plant the seed? You did your job.
I used to like when you tell someone the truth and they don't get it, I used to despise that person. Like, man, I told this nigga the truth and this nigga didn't want to get it. It's like, fuck this nigga. But now it's like, hey, you say this ain't just one for you, man.
Hey, and that's why this is looked at as husbandry. We plant a seed, but it's not up to us if that seed grows. We did our job. We planted it, we water it, whatever, but it's not up to us if it grows or not.
Paul says the Most High and giveth the increase.
Right. It's up to him that if it'll grow or not.
And that's the